Everybody, thanks for tuning in to A Mann's Journey, video number 10. It's been a minute since I put out a video. The past couple of weeks I just haven't been sure what to video, and to be honest, I just really haven't been in that great of a place and felt like making any kind of content. And I'm working on that. If you've been following along in the videos, you'll know that I've been doing or reading a book called Intuitive Eating, and have been also supposed to be doing kind of this DASH diet. And in the Intuitive Eating book, it all talks about not dieting and getting completely rid of dieting and that idea, and getting back to eating the way your body knows that it should eat. The last 2 weeks or so, I've been really contemplating my why I do the things that I do, and along with the whole intuitive eating and dieting for the hypertension and things like that. And I realized that I had no intentions of doing anything whatsoever with intuitive eating, and I was doing keto, and that was going fairly well, and I started to ask myself, why am I trying to do all this stuff that this book is saying when I have just because somebody handed it to me. Just kind of had this thought of, I do that a lot with a lot of things. Somebody decides that they're doing something or whatever, and then I jump on the bandwagon of doing that. And not that there's anything wrong with reading the book or implementing some of the stuff, but I literally took everything that I was doing and stopped it because this nutritionist handed me this book. And even the nutritionist doesn't go by the book, but I'm doing all this stuff according to this book, and trying to kind of walk that out, but at the same time, like, disregarding things that I know would help me, even if it's just in the short term, to get closer to what my goals are. And I'm realizing that it just doesn't make any sense to jump on something to the exclusion of something else. So, for example, with the intuitive eating, they talk about literally allowing yourself to eat whatever, and as far as the judgment side of that, that's great. But what I've been doing is going, okay, what do I feel like eating? And generally that's fast food and stuff, because it's quick and it's easy, and it's not even abiding by the taste things or even the things that are in the book. So in the short term, I'm going, oh, what do I want? I want McDonald's. So I go and get McDonald's, and then I feel like crap, and then I realize that, and that's part of that assessment. But then I don't change anything. I still keep going, oh, what do I want? I want to go to McDonald's. Well, that's just silly. I know that I don't have to do that. And I know that this idea of their idea of dieting, can send someone into a spiral of overeating. Well, I'm doing that anyway. So I'm getting none of the, like, they would say to walk it out, keep up the learning side of the intuitive eating. And I think realistically there has to be a balance of diet and eating well, and eating for nutrition does take discipline sometimes. As human beings, we don't always want to do what's in our best interest. Like these videos, for example, it's in my best interest to make these because it helps me to be accountable. But I didn't want to, so I didn't do it. And how often do we do that as human beings? I know I do it all the time. And even right now with work, and contemplating what I want to do in that realm of things and how to move forward, there's a lot of that going on, and I'm so scared of making the wrong decision that I'm end up making no decision, or like I do what I'm doing right now, and went way out of my way to be out somewhere in the woods to make a video, when if I would just clean up my house, I'd have basically a studio that I could do this in, and I wouldn't have the bugs, and I wouldn't have the car noises. The backdrop's really cool, but instead of doing the thing that sucks and cleaning my house, I drove around for an hour and a half looking for this place. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool place, but I have to wait for cars and other things, the bugs. This is somewhere out on the 505 out by Mount St. Helens, somewhere past Castle Rock, between Toledo and the mountain, and a lot of that has to do with I want a cool place, and another part of it has to do with I didn't want to stay at my house and clean, and I know that that's part of what I need to do. I need to get my house in order. Going forward, I'm gonna get back to tracking numbers as far as diet and stuff is concerned. I'm going to allow myself to eat like I did when I did the pound for pound challenge. Nothing's off the table, but I want to keep to a specific calorie range. So I'm going to feed my body as I see that it needs to, but I want to keep track of the calories and things like that, so that I can know that I'm in a deficit, because it's been great to be intuitive eating or whatever, and kind of maintaining where I'm at, and actually I'm loving the gym right now. But I think that's because I'm feeding my body appropriate enough fuel to go and do the gym the right way. So I'm going to take advantage of what I already know about tracking calories, and also the things that I've learned about not judging things as good or bad, and kind of make a combination of that. But it's not going to be what they would consider. It's not going to be what they would consider intuitive eating, because there is going to be a diet aspect to it, and I'm okay with that, because I want to have a good relationship with food, but I also, at the same time, I want to see the weight go down. I'm tired of hanging out at the 430, 440 mark and just sitting there. It's ridiculous. It's too much weight to be able to, maintain a life. So that's pretty much all for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and pack things up and get moving on back to my house and take care of some things that need to be taken care of. So thanks for tuning in to A-Man's Journey. Like and subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.